Sponsored by Winwing Technologies. Replicates the real Viper's mechanical movement with full metal construction. Hello valued viewers, I hope you're all doing very well, and we bring our next GR competition Satal match. It's GRC versus TMC. Which league is this, please, Bear?
This is the Gold 6v6 League.
I'm going to start the video off, guys. We've kind of pre-recorded it. It's just the easiest way to do it. So we've got on the GRC round 1 all F16s, I think, with Penguin, Coyote, Grand Speed, Bear, Signore, and Sean. On the red side, this is TMC. We have Centurion, Darber, Tail, Death Angel, Skittles, and Kingston / something. I can't read there. Oh, we must be in a Tomcat. And they are in...
Nish, he's the Rio.
Roger, they're in A, F18, F16, Flanker. Wow, this is a real mix they've got. Tomcat, F18 and Tomcat. Okay. In terms of armaments, I know there were some problems with the AMRAAMs the last time we spoke. Has that all been fixed and sorted now?
No, not really. This match actually took place quite a few months ago. There's been a delay in Satal and the streaming and that, so this match was it was in January.
Oh wow, 3 months ago. Alright, 4 months ago. Can you turn your voice up a little bit, Bear? I've got you maxed at 200, but...
Unrestricted AIM-9X is banned, air-to-ground weapons are banned, but other than that, it's free range. You can take as many as you want. We mostly sport, obviously, in the F-16s, the 120 Charlies and 9 mics.
Just to remind you how the little displays work, we've got the kind of TAC view map at the top left, which is very nice. Down at the bottom left and bottom right, you've got icons showing the aircraft's, if I get this right, missile loadout, fuel, speed, IMAR, altitude, and the type of aircraft. Have I got that right?
That's correct. This map today is Sochi Nullcheck, where you take off from Nullcheck, with TMC coming in from Sochi on the west. And the combat zone is 40 nautical miles in radius. It shrinks once it's contested. We know we're up against Tomcats, so we're obviously hesitant at this stage. We have a good game plan. However, we need to try and milk the Phoenix.
Now I notice you're over very rough mountainous terrain here, which is going to be super useful.
As we get closer, we're on the lookout for long-range Phoenixes. This was before the Phoenixes were nerfed.
Oh really? Wow. This really is a long time ago, isn't it? Okay, all of blue, all of Grim Reapers at 27,000 feet, reds at mixed altitude 15 to, wow, 40.
Cons come in at 27.5, and it's you can see the contrails from far away, so we prefer to stay just under them.
So, oh, we've only got 5. No. Am I reading that wrong?
Definitely 6. They close on top of each other.
Got 'em.
Coyote and Sean at the bottom.
Is it my imagination, or are the bases relatively close to each other compared to normal?
With Satal 2021, all the bases are much closer than the years before, with nothing more than 168 nautical miles, I think.
We did speed things up just a tad in the ingress to keep things moving.
Roger. I see Grim Reapers are maintaining 27,000, which is strange because it's not a very efficient altitude for an F-16. So
yeah, Cap, like I said, we stay out of cons because you can see the cons from a distance, and then they can basically pick out exactly where we are.
Aren't they going to pick you up with data link anyway?
They will, but visually you can get a better idea, and you can also see the missiles fire off.
That is a major point, Bear. Is if I'm staring at a target who's conning, I can just keep my eye glued to him, and I'll see a missile come right off the rail, and I can pretty much predict everything before they do it. So we like to stay below con so that the enemy doesn't get that chance.
People tend to fire a missile and then immediately start cranking, and I mean that's also a giveaway, I guess.
F-14s are both up high. No, hang on. Yes, F-14s are both at Angels 40, where they're going to get a most efficient shot from their whatever variant of Phoenix they have. Fancy skins they've got. Right, we have an AMRAAM from an unknown quantity. It's from Penguin at 38 nautical miles. And we've got the day's first Phoenixes out. 2 Mark 60s. Ooh, a dangerous one. So obviously you're looking for those smoke trails from those missiles right now. 50,000 feet.
Indeed. And if I recall, I think we picked them up quite quickly and visually. and we would adjust our ingress accordingly.
Okay, here comes the first one on Sean Coyote. One's been scratched already by Signore. Coyote Sean notching. It's still guiding. Uh-oh. This is where face goes boom, boom. No, 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 no. Look at that. Look at that. Must have found the notch just at the right time, I guess. Okay, 2 AMRAMs out from red, and a weird Mark 60's gone north. I don't know what for.
Yeah, it's tragic if you lose a man to the first long-range missile. That's devastating to any team.
Okay. Right, so lots of missiles scratched so far, but lots to come. Maintaining fronts about 30 miles apart from each other. Good discipline on both sides. Darbers coming in.
The combat zone shrinks around bulls, and I think our main purpose is to sort of protect bulls as best we can. So our general idea is to stay far enough to milk them out of missiles, but not too far away from bulls. We don't want to go over the bulls line, and obviously use terrain to help us.
Roger. Grim Reaper's missile out on a high target. We've got some lovely north to south running canyons, I see, so that's going to come in handy for both sets of guys, I guess. Okay, what do we got here?
Is this an older match, Bear?
It's 3-month-old, 4-month-old.
Yes, it's good. Around January, I think.
Roger, yeah, I was late to the party. I must have missed that bit, sorry.
Right, another Phoenix in, and it is guiding on... Uh-oh.
2nd of January.
Just line of sighted it. Okay, a whole bunch of rams exchanged on both sides. Charlie 5s, obviously. Kingston's coming in from northwest. Everyone's in view now.
Quick question, chaps.
Send.
See quite different attitudes to fuel states from the two teams. Is that mostly due to airframe, just capacities, or?
Good question. We are conservative with our fuel. Even if you look at our speeds, we're not really going very fast because at this stage we're baiting.
Yeah, ready to play the long game. Perfect, thank you.
Okay, Tail is sneaking around the south in his flanker, which that flanker is very good at.
We do notice the split at this stage, and we're waiting for the first merge. So we've noticed that they've split into 2 groups, one north, one south. We've got two in the south and 4 in the north. But we adapt accordingly.
Tail.
Apologies, 3 and 3.
Roger. Tail fired a passive medium-range heat seeker, but it failed. And Death Angels fired 2 Phoenix Mark 47s. Blues responded with a couple of AMRAMs. Everyone's maintaining their shapes. There's going to be a merge pretty shortly around the south here.
This is something you have to watch out for when you have these high fast aircraft with Tomcats mixed in with low flankers. It's a really good mixture to have, so you really got to be on your toes for it.
Speaking of which, Tail is coming low again in the J11. He's going to look at Coyote here. Everyone's maintaining really good shape. No one's making a crazy dash for it. Even Signori is not made for a crazy dash for it, which is excellent. Excellent news. Coyote is a bit exposed here. Let's see what happens. Just going back into the mountains. Tail is chasing him. Darber is coming in over the top. Northern TMC being really disciplined. Blue being pretty disciplined as well. Slightly worried about Coyote getting caught out here by the flanker, which could be running with its radar off. Signori's got a good first real killer shot on Dobber. 10 miles. Dobber defending. Looks like he's going to line of sight it behind that mountain pretty easily, and he does. And response with a Mark 60 Phoenix from Angel. Kingston's also put a Mark 60 long bomb in. You never know when one of those might catch you out. So dangerous. Signori's got all kinds of Phoenix. Oh, Tails sneaking in the mountains now, looking for an archer kill.
Really got to watch out with those flankers and EO. They'll come up and bite you.
Okay, one Mark 60 has been scratched. Unsure about the other one. So many AMRAMs coming in from the reds, man. Okay, blues are chewing through their fuel now, especially Signore. Coyote's possible merge with Tail. Yes, it's going to happen. It really is who sees who first. And yes, Tail was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Didn't see him. Coyote has seen him. That should be an easy kill from a Sidewinder M. Archer out. Oh, Tails dodged the Sidewinder.
That should have been a kill.
Gotta be careful of the Archer. It is a high off ball sight missile, superior to the AIM-9 Mike.
Rolling scissor fight with a flanker is not what you want to be in.
Especially when his mates are nearby. Okay, Coyote's exited, question mark? Yep, Coyote's exited.
I determined this is not a fight that I want to keep fighting right now.
Also, you can accelerate a lot faster than him, get the heck out of there. Right. Ooh, possible friendly fire on Tail as well. Maybe wrong place, wrong time. So where's the danger? No. No, scratched. Well done, Tail. How exciting. Signore is down to a third fuel now. So is Death Angel.
And probably no missiles. He's only got a Fox 2 left.
Okay.
That was very good of Coyote to evacuate that fight.
That's the right thing to do.
That was not a fight I was going to win being slow, especially with the F-16 low level flying like that.
Maybe with AIM-9Xs, but not with 80s missiles for sure.
Absolutely. And this is why the AIM-9Xs are not allowed, because they don't really allow for these crazy high tense merges, right? Makes more exciting fight.
Okay, it's really close now. Oh, someone's Coyote got a look on F-14. Finding an F-14 like that is a gift. Oh, he's found someone else. Oh, no, yes. It couldn't turn, it couldn't bend. Wow, Coyote's merged with everyone, including Tail. Tail hasn't seen it. Zap! Tail's down. Coyote snuck into their nest, look. Wow. And Signore. Anything could happen here, guys.
So now we're following Signore, who's got a Fox nothing left.
Brilliant. He's got a slow-ass Tomcat in front of him, though. Oh, good work. Really good work. That's
Lovely guns kill there.
Tomcat down, and Tail down. And Dobber down. Wow. So, guys, was that right place, right time, or was that planned?
To an extent, when Coyote called the merge, we ended up sort of bringing backup towards him to go and sort it out, because we knew the J11 was there and we wanted to get rid of that J11 as quickly as possible. Tail has been very dangerous in other matches, and we needed to get rid of him as quickly as we could.
Gotcha.
So the backup from Signore and that just managed to clean up that southern element completely with 3 left to go.
Gotcha.
As soon as I called that I was disengaging with that J11, I had some friends come behind me, and it really just worked out the way I came around the mountain, came back around. All of that happened within less than 15 seconds of each other, which is fantastic.
Okay, it's just Elkin and someone else now. This is going to be interesting, guys.
Whole match unfolds in less than, what, 2 minutes?
Well, I've got a sandwich. I've got an Elkin sandwich here. Kingston's still out there somewhere, but he's not going to do much damage now. That's a dead Elkin, although he's got a missile off. Get him, get him, get him, get him! Bog down. Well done, boys. Dispatched. Right, and Kingston.
Fox 2 kill.
Poor old Kingston's in a world of pain. He is not doing anything useful right now. Offsetting or delaying the inevitable. Signore is on him with guns. Send in the pitbull. Yeah! It's my wing boys. Look at Kingston refusing to die. Die, Kingston, die! Your goose is cooked! Oh, Coyote finishes him off. Wow, that was
a little bit of a stolen kill there.
That was a super good round, guys.
Tiny bit of a stolen kill, a little bit.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with it, boys. Well done.
Signore may be out of missiles, but he is lethal with the guns.
Yeah, he does often run out of missiles. He's a bit of a quick firer, but yeah, you know what? If he can kill people with the guns, then I don't care. Brilliant, guys. Oh, no losses. How about that? That is really something.
It didn't go how we planned it.
Hello, Elkin. Hello, Centurion, sorry.
So here we're reviewing the first merge in the TAC view.
Excellent discipline, defeating all those Phoenixes. And I know how hard that is. It's really hard. Would you rather fight against a Mark 60 Phoenix that you can see, at least to begin with, or the one that is slower but you can't see to begin with?
Probably the one that you can see, but it doesn't really matter. We train against all of them.
Are you allowed to know their armament before?
Negative.
Hmm.
How does one get involved in these little fights, tournaments that you guys have? I'm fairly new to this server.
Right. So Grim Reapers have a competitive team called GRC, and we take part in various different tournaments. This one is Satal specifically.
Oh, such a close miss right there, man.
Send me a PM. It's Bear.
Roger.
And this is before the flight model changes as well, so we're rather lucky in these merges.
Yeah.
So as soon as I got slow and I'm hanging on that AOA with no gaining airspeed, I just bailed out. And as you can see, within less than 30 seconds later, we're right back into a merge again, and I got 3 in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
No, you were saying you were actually shooting in front of you, and the missile decided, no, I'm
Look at
going
that.
for that one.
Look at that.
Yes, so I actually thought that I had the guy in front of me locked, but it went for the F-14. So I had to follow it up with the 9.
You would have looked very cool if that had killed the F-14 as well.
If I had shot about half a second sooner, I think it actually would have curved and gotten him, to be totally honest. The AIM-120X, as we call it.
Mm-hmm.
Now Signore perfectly posed behind me as backup.
Mm-hmm.
So that F-14 that I end up missing, he comes in, dodges another 9 from Signore as well, and finishes off with guns. So fantastic job by Signore.
I always get worried in this because friendly fire is so easy to happen right now, and it wouldn't even really be their fault, you know. AIM-9 could spoof anywhere, so I'm glad it worked out.
And he didn't hit the tree, which makes me.
I know.
proud
See
of
how
him.
close he was. I thought, oh, here we go. As long as he kills the baddie, I don't care.
Overall, solid engagement, great comms, and great execution.
Boom. Right, this is Centurion in his bog. Did not see that coming. Boosh. And then that's just Kingston then. Right, I'm going to skip to the landing, boys. In fact, no, I'm going to watch this gun kill. Signore, zap, 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 zap.
Good hits right there.
Boom. Teamwork, boys. Look at that. Now, I'm right in saying at least one of you has to land back at base for it to be a legal win. Is that right, guys?
That's correct. Either base. So once you've controlled the zone, like we have by killing the last person, or having been the only team in the zone for 5 minutes, you end up owning both bases, so you can go to the closest one.
Oh, how about that?
And that has come in handy, being, you know, fights drag out to the opposite end of the zone, and you end up being way closer to enemy's base than home base. It has saved us in a couple matches with fuel.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, it's one of the reasons why I brought in that rule of either base, because people tended to be either very defensive or very aggressive. So having the option afterwards is means that it doesn't matter whether you want to go aggressive and push deep or stay back and defend.
That's serious night standing, guys.
Yeah, we send Grand Speed on a circuit because he's our insurance policy. If we mess up the landing, it means an extra round.
Yeah, good idea.
Definitely never see all 6 of us at once. We don't want to...
Also, you might get a lag spike, and you know what I mean. Look at that.
Before, so luckily a friendly scrim, but you can take out the whole team.
Noses all being kept high.
They'll come down here as it is a shorter runway.
Yeah.
It's a very short runway. Yeah, I mean, it was an unexpected good round with excellent communication and that. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the second round is going to be as easy. You know, you got to level your heads, make sure that your ego doesn't step in and go, well, this is going to be an easy round too. But definitely unexpected round 1.
Right, we'll take them when you can get them, guys. Off we go again. Round 2, valued humans.
So we swap sides now. We're now at Sachi and they're at Nolchek. The planes need to be the same. The pilots can change. We have the same pilots. I think TMC also has the same.
Here's something I didn't notice initially was an asymmetric loadout from the Hornets.
Huh. Oh, yeah.
When was this one? It's a long time ago.
January.
2nd of January.
Yeah, I think we had a different plan, and on the first one, we actually didn't want to do exactly what happened. We didn't want to go into the mountains and fight down low, and it just didn't work out at all. So I think on this round, we wanted to do it differently, and we wanted to go to the mountains and keep you as much as possible on the flatter side.
Yeah, it looks like you're staying well north now.
And right away you can see that in the red grass, absolutely.
Yeah, so we didn't want to go into the mountains again. So if I remember correctly, we were flying like to stay north of Bullseye and then go in south and back north and like do it like a chain. So if I remember correctly, to basically try and force you out of the mountains into the flat area.
Isn't there an advantage to get into Bullseye quicker, guys? I've forgotten.
There's no advantage except for the fact that, well, the minute we're in the zone, it will start shrinking. So being around, and it's going to shrink towards the bullseye. So being over bulls would have an advantage, yes.
Because it means you're going to put the fight closer to the edge, their edge, aren't you?
Exactly.
And it's also a fuel game. How much do you want to spend fuel flying towards Bullseye, and how much do you want to have left for the fight?
So at this point, you know, we've realized what's happening, and we're trying to formulate an audible on the fly to kind of figure out how we're going to attack this now, knowing that they're not, you know, immediately attacking us.
Yeah, we're at the point where we know that they've now gone north and they want to pull us out of the flatland.
Mm-hmm.
So our limitation is we're not leaving the mountains. But bulls happen to be sort of in a good spot for us. So essentially don't cross bulls.
And that's because Phoenix is like big flat open ground, right?
Absolutely.
I think TMC's plan is brilliant. It's very, very good. It was a very good idea.
Incredibly ambitious missile from someone. Must be Signori.
Now Penguin is I believe Penguin's the master of the long bombs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when they work.
When they work, yes.
Uh-oh. Ooh, this could be rather embarrassing. No, he's got away. Oh, that's close! Look at that! That put the willies up him. Blues, up in the flatlands where they want to be. Reds, deep in the mountains where they want to be. Someone's got to give. Let's see who gives.
And also, if I remember correctly, Kingston and Death were flying in the Tomcat. They were supposed to be flying further north and lob the Phoenixes above everybody.
Right. Only slight disadvantage to the Reds here is that the canyons aren't really running left to right, which would be much nicer. They're running mainly north to south.
This is definitely one of the most spread out matches I've flown so far in Satal, and you notice it right away.
Okay, Grand Speed's got himself trapped out on the flatlands. Let's see how that propagates.
I kind of recall we wanted to try and bait for a couple of missiles because I don't think they weren't firing, so we wanted to sort of be like the ferrets that jump out of holes and pop up and
play a little whack-a-mole, Bear.
Right,
that's
worked.
exactly what I was looking for.
Let's here they come. Plenty of mountains to hide behind, which is nice. Okay, they're on OT. SL's beaten, I think. Might be one on Bear. No, missiles defeated. Lovely job, boys. Wait for the next one. Okay, and there it is. 2 times AMRAAMs and TWS from Centurion. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. 1200 knots. Signori should beat that relatively easily. Okay, trades up to the northeast. Grand Speed, Skittles and Bear. Nothing particularly dangerous looking happening.
It's almost like we're sitting in the trenches and out in the valley is no man's land.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everyone's been disciplined, and that's the key. It's when the discipline breaks down, people start dying. Both teams are very disciplined. If that was me, I would just be charging in. I couldn't help myself.
At this point, we're discussing our fuel flow as well, so something to keep in mind. We know that, you know, this is already becoming a little bit longer of a fight than normal, so keeping after fuel is a big thing.
Dobber's going in for a fast run. Look at that. Oh, he just bottled it at the last second, look.
And that seemed pretty sneaky to me. It felt like he was trying to get us to take a shot on him to waste some more missiles.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, long bomb by Kingston. Looks, that's been... Both have been beaten. Lovely. We'll take that. Both sides holding their line. Waiting for someone to
This
crack.
is a round of patience, definitely.
Yep. In terms of situation, geographical situational awareness, how are you knowing where to stay? You've got a visual reference somewhere or something?
Well, we know where Bulls is, and it just happened to be right at the edge of the mountain line at the foothills, right? So we made a rule that don't leave the foothills, and that's going to be pretty much good protection for us. As you can see, it makes a nice, really nice east-west line on the mountains there. So as long as we stay on the south side, we know we're near Bulls.
Okay, a Phoenix C, smokeless, cheeky shot. No good. Excellent discipline from everyone so far. Another smokeless, cheeky Phoenix going in there. Always dangerous because of their speed.
We're also trying our best to keep track of enemy missiles, but you lose count quite quickly.
Right.
Yeah, and I think by this stage we were already running very short, or I think there are no more Phoenixes left.
Wow. Everyone's done very well on fuel. I guess the flanker's always going to struggle, but no more Phoenixes left. What's going to happen now? Okay, Centurion and Skittles are moving in a little closer now.
Blues will also have the pressure of the zone creeping up behind them, where we have no pressure of that.
Right.
You don't see that in the stream or the animation, but it is pulling them in closer and closer to us, which is what we were hoping for.
Does it just
I still show Death Angel has 2 Fox 3s left, and I still show that there's 3 Fox 3s left on Kingston as well. So it looks like they still have some Phoenixes left.
Yep. This one's tracking. Line of sighted expertly. Look at that. Amazing.
Still got pretty close.
Yeah.
Tracked him right through the mountain.
Ooh, Sean's got a really cheeky hit on Skittles here, like 5 or 6 miles. That could potentially be lethal. Great driving, ran it into the ground. Great driving. Too good, really, because no one can die. 4 blues hot. 2 blue missiles in, 1 red out. Signori caught himself short here.
Signora trying to notch a couple incoming missiles here.
Look at that.
Notches 1,
Oh!
notches 2, and notches a
Wow.
third.
Amazing.
Unreal. I really want to emphasize how unreal that was.
Amazing. All the time dodging trees and stuff as well. That's Yep. Excellent discipline by both sides still. And they've got to be starting to run out of missiles soon.
The pressure is beginning to build.
Which is troublesome for blue because reds don't really mind running out of missiles. They'll happily drag people into gunfights and sidewinder fights, but blue, they're out in the open. They can't risk running out of missiles.
I don't think Taylor's fired any missiles yet. Noise Grand's been on our side. Skittles has also been pretty good with his missiles.
Defensive from defensive shot on Dobber from Penguin. Dobber, has he been off more than he can chew? He's cold. He's going to outrun it, I think. Oof! Oof! Dobber got caught. Went cold instead of notching, I think. Right, finally a kill. Is that going to shake the blue house up? Tactically, that's not disastrous from blue, but it's going to be psychologically quite bad to have your man taken down. Centurion fires.
The first man down is always a test. See if you can pull out of it from as a team.
Yeah. Everyone maintaining shape beautifully. Oh, look at that. Still, Mark 60 Phoenix is coming out.
Looks like there's 2 Phoenixes left on Kingston's jet.
Line of sight, line of sight, line of sight. Yeah. Great. The Blues are getting closer to the mountains, I noticed.
They're being forced by the zone.
Can I see where it is?
They can tell because we have a message box in the top that tells the radius of the zone, and they can see that it's shrinking. They'll also get a warning if they're in it. So there is a buffer zone to tell you you're close to the edge. If you go out the edge, you're going to explode.
Okay, that's a blue shooting down there. Bear's got an AMRAAM dropping on top of him.
Phoenix.
That's I believe, the last Phoenix shot.
Can you line of sight it? Boom! Oh, that's a red taken down. It was a really good, really dangerous when they popped down at 10 miles like that. Very hard.
Very, very hard, as well as the terrain was forcing me away from the notch.
Yeah. Okay, it's 5v5 now, and everyone's getting pretty short of ordnance here. And the Blues are coming into the mountains now. It's going to get scruffy. Fuel. I guess they average about the same. Coyote, about 10 miles from a hostile. Good shot on Centurion there. He may get caught out. It's quite high. Centurion notching, but hasn't quite pulled it off. That's a kill. Yeah, get some Centurion. And Signore's gone. Signore's gone pitbull. I mean him, not the missile. He's going to get caught out by that flanker, I think. Oh, he's bottled it. He's going to merge with the flanker. The flanker's going to win that. That's a Fox 3 on Signore. There's not much you can do about that. Boom, he's out. Right, I've completely lost track of who's alive. 4v4, and Skittles is in trouble. Great AMRAAM shot.
Missile
there.
from ground speed.
Yeah, it's a good shot. Line of sighted. Oh, missile re-quired him. Never seen that before. Wow, take some of that. Aim on
It's
missile.
not often that it works in our favour, but there's one of them.
There you go. Take it. So it's 4 versus 3. Man, this is getting close. Phoenix on someone.
Yes, this is where we were just saying, you know what, commit to it. Let's just go full at them.
Sean, line of sight. Sean, merge, all of them. Okay. Kingston, great shot. Aim 9. Shot him down. So it's 3v3. Ooh.
Hearts are pounding right now, I'll tell you that.
We've got the advantage because they are defensive and we are all offensive. And we've got an AMRAAM left. Oh, but they've got a adder. Oh. Tail's doing well, but he might get caught here. No, line of sight. Oh, shit, just. 3 versus...
Ground speed there.
2 versus 2. Still winning one's
Unfortunately,
game.
ground speed was taken down.
Yeah, there's that adder. Penguins
3v2.
About to merge with the flanker. Doesn't see it.
At this point, we just said, you know what, we're not having this.
Yep. I don't know who it was that made the call, either you or me. So let's get back. Head back to Bulls, man. Regroup.
Roger, roger. Probably the best thing to do. ET after him. Always a dangerous missile, but it's line of sight, so it doesn't matter. Okay, defensive Grim Reapers. TMC offensive, chasing him back to Bulls. Looking at fuel. Blues are in real trouble. Coyote very good. Penguin in trouble. If we can burn some more blue fuel off would be good. Would win by default then. Coyotes can use some of that fuel to burn away, which is great. Kingston tied himself up, but needlessly there. Okay, the boys are back in the mountains. Going to push for a merge. Kingston's almost out of fuel now. Aim 9 from Death Angel, but it shouldn't trouble anyone. Tail's the most dangerous one now.
A lot happens in this merge. It's going to be hard to keep track of.
Okay, Penguin on tail merge. Archer versus Sidewinder. Archer out. No, an ET. Oh, that's ambitious. And it fails. Penguin is... Oh, is Remington. All kinds of... I think it's pretty much a gunfight. Death Angel hit. Tail's okay. No! Death Angel's down. Kingston Tail versus 2 Grim Reapers. That's an Archer. It's going to hit that red guy.
M9.
The flanker's taking a hit, but it's still going. But he's probably lost his avionics. No, he's still good. Penguin survived the Archer hit. Kingston merged, but he's too fast to be any use. Penguin's going to get on him. That's a good target to have. Hits, took his wing off. Kingston down. Now 2 versus... Tail's gone. Where did Tail go?
That's it.
Hey! Wow.
A lot of stuff happened in that merge. You're going to see in the tag view in just a moment here that the camera just could not keep track of. But both of us in the merge together, it was a furball.
What a ways to finish, guys. A massive furball at the end there. I think really good. I think the Blues just screwed the pooch at the end there. Just guns taking on Tomcats. Nice, guys. Very nice.
Here's a little bit of a recap so you guys can get a little better of a picture as to what happened.
Right, so that's ET gets line of sighted, pushed back into bullseye. Red's turn into dogfight now. Stupid missile out. Okay, Penguin now turns onto tail. Very dangerous thing to do with a flanker, but he gets away with it somehow. So this Archer, I'm sure, would kill Penguin. No, he accidentally fires an ET instead of an Archer. That's fail. That could have been an Archer on him. That's a Tail mistake. And Tail gives his arse up as well.
So Penguin sees another guy right in front of him after he merges, says, "No, I'm going for the Tomcat."
Yeah.
And gets a couple hits on him.
Roger.
And due to the loss of control, he hits a control surface, and then he gets taken down to the mountain.
Nice. He's giving up his 6, and Tail is not making him pay. Yes, he is. Right, he gets a hob off. So that's an Archer in now. But he avoids it by the looks of it. Look at that. On a rear aspect.
Just barely.
Very hard to do. Oh, look at that. Dodge
somehow make it away.
That's unbelievable.
Barrel rolled flare, baby.
Wow.
You have a fat... Oh.
Just some Matrix stuff there.
This is some Top Gun 2 shit going on here, guys.
So at this point, I see Tail behind me. Or in front of me, I should say.
Right, so that should hit Tail. Yes, that's Tail down. Nice work. And then it's just guns on Kingston. There's not much that Tomcat can do in that aspect. Boom. Wow, amazing dogfighting, guys. That was... And so that was the right decision to go back to Bulls rather than, to bring them into our land rather than fighting them on their land. And then it was just out dogfought. Simple as that. Better shots, better maneuvers. Tail screwed the pooch a couple of times. Got the wrong shot. Chuffed about that, guys.
53 minutes, that round.
Wow,
That's
a round.
Ridiculously long. That was great. That's what we were expecting from TMC for both rounds. I think they did exceptionally well. Their change of tactic in round 2 was fantastic. It definitely worked and it helped. Unlucky the geography with the area, probably with that flat land, wasn't the perfect place to do it, but it was a good strategy nonetheless. Well done.
Yeah, everyone played really well.
Penguin, do you remember how much fuel you had?
I think on touchdown it was £82.
£82? That's more than you deserve. I can fit that in my car, guys.
He does make it back.
We obviously would have liked to win this one and have a third round at least. When we debriefed this one and looked at the tech view and you saw how close those misses were at the end, it was a tough pill to swallow, I have to say.
Yeah, I always say when it goes down to dogfighting, it really is anyone's game at that point.
That would have been a very, very interesting round 3. because of how well you guys adapted in round 2, for sure.
I suspected if we would have gone for round 3, probably our tactics would have been not much dissimilar, but the problem is we're coming in from the south lane.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how we would have played it if we would have gone also north.
Very true.
82 pounds, and it's down. Clap,
There's
clap,
Penguin
clap.
on fumes.
Well done, guys. When's the next one coming up, I guess?
Cap, we can have another one next Thursday if you like.
Perfect. Right, so we're catching up by the sounds of it. Right, well done, guys. Good fight on both sides. Super chuffed by that. It's nice to see the older GR guys as well fighting them.
Yep.
That's great.
Good fight. Good fight.
Yeah, thanks, Cody, for filming, and thank you, Cap, for streaming. Thank you, TMC. It was a great fight. Really enjoyed it. We'll do it again. And thank you guys for coming to watch and support.
Brilliant.
Appreciate it.
Hope you enjoyed it, everyone, and we'll see you later. The main Grim Reapers videos are now being split between this YouTube channel and the Grim Reapers 2 YouTube channel. So if you want to see all of the Grim Reapers videos, please consider subscribing to both channels. And thank you for watching.